at the end of this Congress, I will have been in public service for 34 years, 4 years as Attorney General of the state, and 30 years in the U.S. Senate. At the end of this Congress, I believe it will be the right time for me to step aside and allow someone else to serve the state. It's not easy to get elected to the Senate. It's obviously not easy to make the decision to leave the Senate. There's obviously important work to be done. There's important work that still remains to be done today, and there will be important work that remains to be done at the end of this Congress, but that will undoubtedly be true at the end of every future Congress as well. The simple truth is there's no ideal time to leave the Senate. I'm very proud of my service in the Senate, service to the people of New Mexico. I'm very proud of the work that my staff here in New Mexico does for the people of the state, have done, and continue to do for the people of the state. And I'm proud of the work that my staff in Washington, D.C. Does for the people of New Mexico and for the nation. And we will continue with that through the remainder of this Congress. When I first started my work in the Senate in 1983, and Ann and John and I, and let me introduce them, I should have done that at the beginning. My wife, Ann Bingaman, right here, and our son, John Bingaman, his fiancée, Marlena Perron, they're here with me today. But when Ann and John and I moved to Washington in 1983, it was never our thought that that was going to be a permanent move. And we had always considered New Mexico our home. We've cherished the time we've been able to spend in New Mexico during the nearly 3 decades since I went to serve in the Senate. And at the end of this term, we look forward to once again living in New Mexico and pursuing other challenges. That was the statement I had, and I'm glad to answer any questions.
Senator, what's the biggest achievement of your long career in the U.S. Senate?
Well, I haven't tallied up what the various achievements are. I think we've done some good in a variety of areas, and I think we have a great opportunity to do some more good this year and next year in this final Congress. So I would like to get further into this final Congress, see what we're able to do, and give you a full accounting at that point.
What would you be doing in retirement?
Why are you leaving right now after 28, 30 years by the time you leave?
Well, after 30 years, I think I've given this my best effort, and I think this is a good time for me to make the decision. And so a lot of factors go into a decision like that. This seems like the right time, and that's why I'm doing it now.
What do you look forward to doing in retirement, Senator?
I'm not sure what we're going to do. I'm not counting anything in, ruling anything in, or ruling anything out. I hope to find some other challenges that I can pursue, but I haven't settled on what those are yet. We've got 22 months left in this Congress. There's a lot to still be done. And I look forward to making some progress on energy legislation in this Congress, on rewrite of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act in this Congress. Hopefully some initiatives to help get the economy going at a stronger rate than it has in the past.
Tom Udall will become the senior senator. Have you identified or thought of anyone that is ready to replace you in the Senate from New Mexico?
That's a decision for me to make. That's a decision for the people of the state to make. Obviously, we've got a lot of capable people in public office today, and I think there'll probably be no shortage of folks interested in pursuing the job.
Anyone come to mind specifically?
I'm not going to give you a list, but I'm sure you can think of one.
Senator, in just an amazingly short time, the state is losing with 2 very senior U.S. senators, Senator Domenici and yourself. We all know that Congress, especially the Senate, runs on seniority. Does it leave a kind of a void here in that kind of leadership for New Mexico?
Well, I think Tom Udall is senior, even though he was in the House for quite a period before coming to the have a very capable congressional delegation, and I'm confident they can carry on. I think the state is in very good shape as far as its interests and what goes on in Washington today. The funding at the laboratories is strong, and the administration strongly supports that. The military facilities around the state, the same thing. A lot of other activities going on in New Mexico. I went through a whole listing of that, the speech I gave to the state legislature here a few weeks ago. And I think New Mexico is in very good shape that way. And obviously we need to see our economy strengthen, but that's true nationwide.
What did Harry Reid tell you when you told him last night about your plans for today?
He told me he was sorry that I made the decision, but he could understand it, and he looked forward to working with me over the next 2 years to get all done that we could get done.
How concerned are you about what your absence will do to the control in the Senate if the Dees don't hang on to your seat?
I think the Dees will hang on to their seats, and I'm going to do all I can, of course, to ensure that this remains a Democratic seat.
Senator, have you had a chance to talk to President Obama about this, and if so, what was his reaction?
I talked to Bill Daley, his chief of staff, an hour or so ago, and asked him to convey this information to the president, but I haven't spoken to the president myself.
And what did he say when you told him?
Well, he said the same thing Harry Reid did.
Do you have any regrets?
Regrets in what regard? About the decision or about what I've done in the Senate?
Right, what you've done in the Senate.
Oh, I mean, I could think of a few votes that I probably would cast differently if I had to do it again, but I think by and large, I think